Hello everyone, we're going to show you some ways to improve your builds because I know some people out there aren't that good at building. Alright, let's get started with it. Number one, don't do this. Like, put depth into your builds. Like, make it at least make something like not completely flat. I mean, just some simple overhangs would do for the roofs like this, or just something. Don't put something like this. It makes it a lot better. Like some simple overhangs to not make it flat and break the whole thing up. Because without this, there's no roofs, there's no character, there's no nothing. And try to add a bit of a frame to it, like what I did here with these wooden logs. Try to do something like what I did here. See? Like how I made the frame here with those types of blocks in a frame without what I did here. If I do something like this, it makes the build a whole lot better. Like if I just add a simple overhanging part to the roof like this, it makes it look a bit better, which is excellent. Like don't try to make something like this with a flat roof that just goes to the edge of what you're building and stops there. It looks terrible. On to the next parts. Try making areas with different types of blocks that usually won't be for building. You see, some blocks look amazing without needing to be built upon. Like this one, honey thingy. Oh yeah, beehive. It has this excellent pattern which I really like, and it makes great for floors. And this one looks insanely good if you want to make it for carpets. But don't use glazed terracotta. Only use it if you're using for stuff. I just did it just because. Part 3, lighting. You see, lighting is an important part of the build, but you don't want it to be shown off too much. Like how I did here. Try to make it light. That's something that blends into the build like really well. Because if you just put like a torch in the middle of nowhere, it's gonna look so out of place and so wrong. So try incorporating lights into your build, like jack-o'-lanterns if you're making like some spooky thing. And with this thing, with the new moss carpets. Sorry, let me just. With the new moss carpet, you can hide your lighting like this. Just like that. And no one can see it. And with sea lanterns as well. Look at that. You can't see it. It's still lit. It's still lit up, but you can't see it. And with underwater builds, you can use sea pickles to make it light a lot. And also with sea lanterns as well. And I made a little thing with lanterns here just to show you how light can be incorporated with your build instead of a random torch just being stuck up on there. And here's the other one. Terrain. Try to make your build have a bit of terrain. Just having a flat surface or like something that doesn't look good is kind of wonky. With the new moss block, it made it really easy. The new moss blocks, it made it really easy to have types of terrain. As I was saying, the moss block is excellent for terraining because it's just a bit of bone meal. You can add amazing things to your build and structures. I mean, look at this. You get these cool little azalea trees, which are excellent. So if you take the leaves of these azalea trees, you can make something that looks awesome. Oh yeah, don't mind this, I'm trash at that. And coarse dirt, you can make it so that the dirt will never turn into grass. And the new moss blocks are just excellent for stuff like this. Try, and here's another one. Try to add a bit of a build plats, like a plate, color plats. So building color plats. So you can have something that's not like a bunch of random blocks just mushed together. I mean, imagine if I just put a bunch of random blocks in a square and say, wow, such a good house. No, it won't work. So try to build in a color plat, like, here's one, cobblestone, stone brick, and this. Excellent color plats. They're like cobblestone stone wall. Honestly, anything with cobblestone and wood is already good. Or you can try to build something a bit more modern, like I did over here with white concrete, sea lanterns, and what's it called? White concrete, sea lantern, and quartz to make it a bit better. Or something medieval, like I also did over there, with like dark oak and spruce. But this build wouldn't be complete without the interior, which is what we're going to go over next. The interior of a build is probably one of the most important parts of it. Because imagine, you have just a square block with nothing inside, except with a bunch of torch spam. You know how bad that would look? So try to incorporate an interior. Yeah, I know Mojang doesn't add couches and chairs and tables and such, but try to use your imagination to create those things on your own, like with pistons, with redstone blocks underneath them, like I did. You can make like an excellent looking dining table, or with chairs and trapdoors. You can create something like a chair with stairs and trapdoors. You can make something like a chair for people to sit on. Or with this, you can make a kitchen area, like how I did over here, with barrels and trapdoors and stairs and like this. Or you can add a fireplace with a couch, like how I did here, with signs and stairs. So try to make your own interior with the blocks that Mojang gives you. Like yeah, I know there's no such thing as like couches and chairs, but try to make them on your own. And the next part, don't build in squares. The amount of people I see doing this is insane. Don't build in squares. It doesn't do anything for you. It just makes your build look primitive and boring. Try to add just a bit of shape, like how I did over here, just a bit of shape. Like something like this could go a long way. Just something like that could go a long way for a build. Building in squares doesn't do anything for your build. Just don't build in a one giant block square, and try to make it at least like 4 blocks tall. Don't make it 2 blocks. Don't make it 2 blocks. Don't make it 3 blocks. Try to go for at least 4 blocks. And the next one, detailing in your path systems and lights. Yeah, I know. Path blocks are great, but they're boring. Try to make your paths just a bit more exciting, with like coarse dirt or gravel or stone or cobblestone. It just makes it look a bit more natural and more vibrant. And try to add some type of lighting to it, like fences that for like street lamps or something like this. Or if you're going for a more modern or medieval style, you can try to do something like how I did over here with these paths. And with the street lamps I did here, like this, you can try to go for that. Or you can do what I did here with the more medieval path and add like spruce trees add like trees to make it more vibrant. Just any type of tree, even like if you want to make a custom tree, you can. Just try to make it a bit more vibrant, like the lanterns and birch fences. It makes your builds look a lot more vibrant and a lot more, what's the word? Well, good. I hope these building tactics just make your builds just that little bit better. Thank you everyone for your time and watching. Like and subscribe and ring the bell and all that YouTube stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. So bye.